All right, welcome to the deep end. 93.7 The Ticket. I am Audrey Coffey here with Reagan Hinsey. We are back after
reunited at last.
A 2-week hiatus. If you want to watch us, you can watch us on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook.
Yes.
Okay. And you can text or call. You can call the Honda of Lincoln hotline at 402-464-5685, or you can use the Starter Hammond text line, which is that same number. So please talk to us. We love hearing from you guys. So
yeah. How are you, Audrey?
I'm good.
Reunited.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
I feel like so much has happened.
I know.
Crazy.
I know. To start things off, how was your spring break? How was time away from Lincoln?
It was good. So I drove from Lincoln Thursday before spring break because some of my classes got canceled, which was really nice. So yeah, I drove through the snowstorm, which was not my smartest decision, but it's okay.
You're here. You're in one piece.
Somehow I was like gripping the wheel the whole way because I drove to Greenville, Illinois, which was about a 7.5-hour drive to go see my fiance, Zach. And yeah, it was a really good time.
It's still so weird to hear.
Is it?
You literally got engaged over 3 months ago, and I'm just like, she's fiance.
Yeah. It's a little weird for me too.
Well, I mean, you are the fiance.
But it's still weird. I'm not qualified to do this, but here we are. So yeah, so visited Greenville. It's a very small city. It's technically a city in Illinois with 7,000 people, and it was really cool. It was a very small town feel, which, you don't really get that as much in Lincoln or from Naperville, where I was from. So it was a very cute town, and it had very good food. So that was the highlight of the trip. Yeah, they had like a ice cream factory, like in the town. Yeah.
I'd be there often.
Yeah, we went twice over, like, I think it was within a 4 or 5 day span.
That's okay.
Yeah, it's
just
good.
like 402 here.
Yeah, it is better.
It's no
offense 402, but it's better. Because literally we walked in, and small town, like everyone looks at you everywhere you go because they're like, we don't know you.
Yeah.
We ended up talking to the manager for like 20 minutes. And he's like, oh, yeah, we bottled the milk today and we made the ice cream today. So it was literally like fresh out of the cow, basically.
Oh, so kind of like the dairy store.
Yeah. I'd say it's pretty similar to the dairy store. Yeah. So it was very good. So Rolling Lawns Creamery in Illinois. I don't know if anyone from this station is going to head out there. But I mean, if you ever run into Southern Illinois grocery products, that's the place to go.
Is ice cream your favorite dessert?
I think so. I used to be much more into it in high school because that was like me and my friends, we were just big ice cream fanatics. That was kind of our thing.
Sonic runs?
Yeah. That was huge. You too?
I did have Sonic runs, but I'd say cheesecake is my favorite dessert.
Oh, that's a good one too.
Yeah.
Something about like the creaminess.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, ice cream is in the name.
Yeah, it's true. It's close enough.
Yeah.
How was your break, Reagan?
Pretty uneventful.
Yeah.
I got a new ear piercing on Monday, but other than that, I think I laid in my bed in the same exact position for the entire week.
Nice.
I didn't really do much. I mean, I watched NCAA swim and dive. I watched Autumn and I watched Abby.
Yeah.
But other than that, that's about it.
Yeah, that's good. You needed that after.
I mean,
finishing up
like
your season.
By the end of it, I was kind of losing my mind. I was like, I need to do something, but I don't want to do school.
Yeah, you're like, you just need a break. Just need to stop everything.
Yeah.
So.
I heard that you said that you were like, after spring break, 2019 or 2020, you were like, I wish everything would just stop. And then we had a worldwide pandemic.
Yeah.
So
I was very tired after season in, what was it, 2020. And half of it too was because I thought my season was over in 2020 because I didn't think I qualified for NCAAs. And then it turns out I was on the border. So like, I was like, not retired, but I was out of season for like a week. And then the results came out that I might be selected as an alternate. I was like, oh, I have to come back. And so at that point I was like, oh, I really need a break. And then, a week later, like the whole pandemic hits and the world ends, and
And the world stopped.
yeah, got a
And,
break.
you got what you wanted.
Got a break for 3 months. So basically, should never speak ever again is what I've learned.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
And then you had to go back to long distance workouts, which is fine.
Yeah, I did ease into it though. I don't know if diving was similar, but I guess we had a weird situation in Lincoln. We were practicing with the club team, and so we were only practicing like an hour a day. So when we, the whole world ended in March, and then we started practicing again in June, but it was only an hour, so it wasn't that bad, and we were able to slowly try and get back into shape.
Yeah, I think the intent was there for us to kind of ease back into it, but we were practicing the same time y'all were in the mornings, which is really early for us.
Oh, that's right.
But then the second week he was like, all right, optionals on 3 meter, and optionals are our hard dives, and we were like, what?
Yeah.
I can't even see the sun. I'm making eye contact with the sun after every dive. Like, I don't even know what I'm doing.
Like, this is not it. Yeah, and you have to deal with like the wasps at Woods.
Oh yeah, the platforms are built at the wrong height, so we have wooden slabs on 2 of the towers, and wasps like to nest in there. And I heard a story that one time this guy was on 10 meter and he like shook the 10 meter and then jumped off and left everybody else up there to like kind of suffer with the wasps.
Oh my gosh, was this a diver?
I mean, nobody else is allowed on 10 meter.
Well, I don't. You never know.
What's up?
Hello. He's like, I'm not.
What's up?
How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Doing all right. I like the warmish weather.
Yeah, I just got back from the Florida Keys, so it's pretty warm there.
That's really nice.
You do have rosy cheeks.
Yeah, got a little sun, so.
I wish.
Nice. Sit on the beach.
Yep.
That's good stuff.
Oh yeah, it was enjoyable.
Yeah.
Were you there all spring break?
Yes.
Nice.
Just got back today, a couple hours ago. An hour ago.
Oh.
2 ago. I don't know. Something like that.
Wow.
Came right back to work.
So. Oh yeah.
Grind never stops.
Yeah.
So. What were your thoughts on? You said you watched Autumn and Abby at NCAA's. What were your thoughts about that?
Well, I went over to on my street is like a bunch of swimmers actually, and the international swimmers stayed here. So I went to their house the first couple days to watch Autumn, and I thought she did really well. Like I know she was kind of bummed about how she ended up, but like I think it's a great way to go out. Yeah, I thought Autumn did really well, and I'm super proud of her. And I know we're all proud of her. Shout out Autumn Haybig. And then Abby Knapton. She dove here for 5 years. She's now at Rutgers. 1 meter's not really her thing. She never claims to be a 1 meter diver, and then she goes and wins Big Tens last year on 1 meter, and we were like, Abby, where has this been?
Classic.
But so yeah, 1 meter is not really her thing. She did fairly well. 3 meter, she made consolation final, so B final. I think she got second or third. I don't remember. She killed it. And then tower, which is why she moved to Rutgers. She left with our coach, Natasha Chikina. And Rutgers has a full tower. We do not, but Abby is basically a tower specialist. So we'd go almost every week to Iowa or Mizzou to train. So yeah, she's been at Rutgers training platform twice a week now, which is absolutely insane to think about.
Yeah.
And she got 7th on tower. She was 3rd in prelims. Ended up 7th, but I think she's going to try to go for 2024. So having that platform consistency will be good.
Yeah.
Abby, if you're hearing this, I'm super proud of you. You're a stud. But yeah, how did you feel about the NCAAs?
Yeah, I can't say I watched very much of it, which maybe makes me a bad fan, but it's okay.
Big fan.
Yeah, you know how it is. But
you retired and stopped paying attention.
Well, I kind of forgot that it was going on the first 2 days, not gonna lie. Well, I took a brief Instagram break, so anyway, that's besides the point, but I was out of the loop. Yeah, watch the second 2 finals days, and yeah, super proud of Autumn. It's always a great thing to represent your team at NCAAs, and great to represent Nebraska on that stage. And I know she finished, I forget her actual placing.
I think she got 28th in the 500.
Yeah.
But I don't know the other.
23rd?
24th?
I know.
In the 200?
Yeah. I know the article said like top 25 finish for sure. So I think she had that in the 200 at least. And yeah, and I think it's a testament to her because this year it was so hard with people coming back from taking red shirts. And it was a very deep field.
I know at least on the diving side, a lot of the finalists were either seniors, 5th years, or even 6 years. Like, it was just absolutely insane. Like, to see that, like, over half this competition is going to be gone in like next week is just absolutely insane.
Yeah. No, I know, like, for example, in the mile, because that's just the only one that times I can really remember. Last year, I think top 16, it was around, I think it was a 16:13. Yeah, it was a 16:13, and this year is a 16:06.
Yeah, and the girl
16.
that won went like a 15:45 or something, and that's just absolutely insane. And she's a freshman.
Mm-hmm. Paige Mckenna, she is a freshman for
that's
Wisconsin.
Crazy.
Yeah, and she did it. I should have clicked on this video, but she did it with 2 torn labrums.
I heard about that.
Mm-hmm.
That's insane.
Yeah, like I heard she tore one like in the middle of the season, because in the middle of the season she went some crazy fast time. I don't remember. It was under 16 minutes, which is fast. And yeah, and then she went out and destroyed everyone with 2 torn labrums.
That's insane.
Yeah.
How do you feel about Virginia being the new powerhouse in swimming? Because I feel like it's always been Stanford for a long time.
Yeah.
And then this past, like, 3 or 4 years, maybe, Virginia's just absolutely demolished everybody.
It's kind of crazy because last year was their first NCAA championship, like, ever for the school in swim and dive. And yeah,
and they did a repeat.
It's insane to watch. Like, they're like from day one, like there was no touching Virginia.
Yeah.
Because they had multiple girls win 3 event titles.
Yeah. Kate Douglas alone is going home with 7 gold.
Yeah.
Like plaques or whatever they're
ridiculous.
called.
Yeah.
Like, they flew. Like, where are they going to put that?
I know. Yeah. I think Rowdy Gaines was saying on the broadcast, he was like, I hope they brought extra room in their suitcases to bring all the stuff.
That's going to be over 50 pounds.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I don't know how to
carry on.
Maybe stick in like the athletic trainers, like bags or something. Someone who has extra space.
Yeah. But they have so many people that are just so versatile.
Yeah.
And it's crazy to see. They won by over 100 points, and they had multiple girls win gold in all 3 events that they competed.
Mm-hmm.
There was no touching them, and it was crazy to see that it was more of a race for second.
Yeah.
Than it was to catch Virginia.
And there were multiple American records set, which in short course, that's usually the fastest time ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know at this meet, all the American records they set were the fastest time ever swam in short course yards.
Yeah.
Which is insane. And yeah, it's, I'm happy for them. I don't know anyone on the Virginia team personally, but, it's really cool that they were able to come back again from last year and kind of build this momentum. And I think their team is also very young, too. I'm not sure how many seniors they're graduating. But
I think they have 2 seniors.
Oh, my gosh.
And they brought 15 girls?
Yeah.
So just seeing 13 out of the 15 come back is crazy.
That is going to be crazy next year.
And I mean, I don't think any of their divers at NCAA's placed. So like they didn't get any points from their divers. Whereas like Texas, who ended up getting second, basically beat out Stanford because of their divers. They had 3 divers in the A final for Tower, and they at least had one in both. I think one in both the 3-meter A and B final and 1-meter A and B final. Mm-hmm. So like that's how they beat out Stanford.
Yeah.
But I just think it's crazy that Virginia won solely on swimming.
Yeah. And it wasn't even close.
No
offense to the other teams, but
you're still awesome.
You're still very. I don't think they're mad. They're coming home with trophies. So.
Oh yeah.
What I thought was really cool was Alabama got 4th.
Yeah, I was like, has Alabama ever been in like the topic of conversation?
I don't know the specifics, but I know they've been like close to the top 10. I think last year was kind of a rough year for them, and this year getting 4th. They just changed coaches too.
I think I heard about that.
Yeah, they have a new coach. Her name's Margot Gear, and I think she got promoted from like a volunteer assistant to head coach. Like,
I mean, it's working.
Like in a year, and yeah. I know I read some Swim Swam article and it was like, she's mastered the double taper. Like they just totally performed out of their minds. So yeah, I know Zach actually met one of the swimmers on that team, Kenzie McMahon, who ended up getting, I think it was 3rd in the mile.
Okay.
So I was kind of watching out for Alabama. I was like, oh, that's so cool. So
yeah, one of my old club teammates is going to Alabama.
nice.
And so I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. I was like
Yeah.
texting her and I was like, she's like, I know. And she's
Yeah.
like, roll Tide. And I was like,
Roll Tide.
I'm not going to go
You're
that
like,
far.
Still Nebraska at heart, but you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So really cool to see what that program's doing, because usually you always have like your standard people. Like it's usually Stanford and Cal and Texas. Those are kind of your regulars, and then occasionally you get a few in there.
Yeah.
In the top 10. I know I always have a soft spot for the University of Louisville. They got
6th.
Yep, they got 6th, and I used to swim with their club team. So when I was 12, I swam with the wife of the head coach for the college team.
Okay.
So like the head coach Arthur, he ran college team, and then Amy ran the club team. So
that's cool.
So it was really cool, and they're really nice people out there, and they've done crazy things with that program, and I guess the past 10 years now. So
yeah,
just kept advancing. So
I used to train with Texas A&M, the diving coach's wife, and so it was just crazy to see like one of my old club teammates is a senior at Texas A&M, and I watched her dive her last dive, and like I just saw her in like the corner of the live stream, like go up to Jay, the coach, and just like he gives her like a bear hug, and it was just so comforting. And even with like Abby, like you could see Pablo go and give her like a fist bump and like a pat on the head after her tower event, which was super sweet.
That's cool. That's cool to still be supportive,
Yeah,
I knew he would.
Just seeing like the sportsmanship.
Yeah, I feel like at the end of the day, a lot of these people have swam against each other for a long time with each other on club teams. So
yeah, I don't know how close knit the swimming community is, but the diving community is not that big. So like at least everybody knows of everybody. At least like I don't know, once you're kind of out of the club scene, you don't really know new names until they get to college. But like if you're in college, like you kind of know of everybody. And then once you're if you're in club, you kind of know of everybody. Mm-hmm. So I don't know how close or like how small the swimming community is, but that's kind of how the diving world is.
Yeah. I don't know if it's probably not as close as the diving world, just because we have, it's a bigger sport. It's bigger sport. No offense, but it's a bigger sport. So you're not going to know everybody, but I would say in every like maybe every heat of NCAAs or like most heats, you're going to know somebody. Yeah. Or like know somebody who knows somebody. So you're still like, once you're around for a while, you're like, okay, I've seen these names. I've raced against this person before. I've raced against their teammate. I've swam with them.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I don't know. Yeah. That just brings me back to like, I don't know. I think it was a picture of Autumn at like the top of the podium at like Wisconsin State or something. Yeah. And like Rachel's over there in 3rd. And she's like, I didn't even notice you until like I knew who you were.
Yeah.
So it's just crazy to think about like how small the world is.
Yeah, I know there's one picture we laugh because Rachel, well, she did beat Autumn in this picture. I don't remember.
Is
when
that the picture
was.
I'm talking about?
It might have been, but I think Rachel and Autumn might have been switched.
Yeah.
So I think they had to have been like 12 or 13 or something. Oh
yeah, they were young.
And yeah, Rachel won. So and Rachel likes to some playful bragging there. Rachel is the sweetest person
I beat
ever.
Autumn this time.
Like, I did it. So yeah, it's stuff like that, like people swim in the same state. Yeah, I actually swam against Autumn before I came to college multiple times.
Did you realize it?
Yes, because she always liked to back half her races.
She still does.
Oh yeah. And I always front half my races. I used to be a lot worse about it. So I would go out really fast and die. And she would just kind of wait, and then she would like zoom past me at the end. So I knew exactly who she was because she did that to me several times. So it's just kind of funny. When
you were a fly and die like Pablo.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I can't believe you used to swim without goggles or cap.
Yeah, kind of crazy. I'm glad we don't have to do that anymore.
Yeah,
so, yeah. All right, we are going to throw it to break. This is The Deep End on 93.7 The Ticket.
Follow Reagan and Audrey on Twitter at Reagan_Hins and at ASwimCoffee. More of The Deep End is next on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hey, Dad, how do airplanes fly? What's in this box? Is this tree good for climbing? How are babies made? What does this thing do?
Kids are curious about everything, including guns. Talking to them about gun safety in your home is a good first step, but you can do more. Always keep your guns locked, unloaded, and stored separately from ammunition. Safe gun storage saves lives. Learn how to make your home safer at endfamilyfire.org. That's endfamilyfire.org. Brought to you by End Family Fire, Brady, and the Ad Council.
Happy Hour with Nick Sainert and Enrique Alvarez Clary.
You didn't know for the longest time, where you were going. Did you ever see it playing out this way?
Honestly, no. For me, it's just every day I've just tried to get better, focus on the things I can control. I wasn't getting the offers I wanted. Thankful for Nebraska for giving me a walk-on offer. I love my time at Nebraska. It kind of worked out that that's the route I wanted to go, to South Dakota State, the journey, and I've been appreciative of every step of the way.
Weekdays from 2 to 3 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric ensures our home and office HVAC systems run smoothly throughout the year to provide maximum comfort and convenience. Routine maintenance reduced our operating costs just by improving the efficiency of our unit. Consider a maintenance agreement to ensure you too receive priority for services and scheduling. This helps meet manufacturer warranty requirements. Action delivers honest quality services we can count on. To learn more, visit actionlincoln.com.
People do some pretty cool things in their 40s and 50s. Why should saving for retirement be any different? I mean, they go back to college, learn new instruments, start skateboarding. Whoa! Okay, maybe that one's not for everybody, but saving for retirement is. With aceyourretirement.org, you can get on track with your retirement savings no matter your age. Just have a 3-minute chat with Avo, the friendly digital retirement coach from AARP. You'll get personalized recommendations based on your input that are easy to understand and work with your lifestyle. It's quick, easy, and free. Plus, it's sponsored by AARP, so you know they got your back.
Woohoo! Snarly move, Dad.
Thanks, sweetie.
So wherever you are in your retirement savings journey, head to aceyourretirement.org and start chatting with Avo today. That's aceyourretirement.org. A message from AARP and the Ad Council.
Today on Hey Culligan, why does your team stink? Here's Coach Waters.
Hey Culligan, yeah, my team stinks.
Ooh, harsh.
No, I mean they stink. They won't hit the showers because it makes their skin all dry and itchy.
Coach, it sounds like your guys have been hit hard by hard water.
You kidding me? Hard water?
Yep, so let's call an audible in the form of one Culligan Smart High Efficiency Water Softener to get the smooth back in their skin and the stink out of your team.
Okay, Culligan, I'm putting you in.
Coach, we're already on the way. Go to CulliganLincoln.com and schedule your free water test today.
Hello?
Man, where are you? I thought you were coming.
I can't. I'm in bed with the flu.
The flu? Whoa. Grandma's about to crowd surf. Man, I'll call you back.
Don't get stuck at home with the flu. A flu shot is safe, effective, and you can get it at the same time as your COVID-19 vaccine. A flu shot is the best way to prevent the flu and its potentially serious complications. Don't get flu FOMO. Learn more at getmyflushot.org.
Brought to you by the AMA, CDC, and the Ad Council.
Brown Shoe Fit is gearing up for spring with new inventory on the way. They're stocking up on new spring sandals and athletic shoes daily in brands like Brooks, Hoka, Keen, Merrell, On, and many, many more. Browns has the local professionals to get the proper fit, aided by their high-tech foot scanner by Atrax. Spring is the season to be active and busy. Don't let your feet lose their support with old rundown shoes or sandals. Stop by Brown's Shoe Fit today, just south of 66th and Q in Lincoln.
If you're worried your friend may be struggling, remember, you don't have to be there to be there.
You can say, how are you, or get a fake tattoo. You can ask with an app if it works for you. You could write them a text or knit them a sweater. If you can't be together, you could write them a letter.
Whatever gets you talking. Whatever gets you talking.
You could chat on the game, kick off your flip-flops. You can ask on your couch while you binge watch. However you do it, you gotta ask a friend. And if they don't share, you can ask again.
Whatever gets you talking. Whatever gets you talking.
Reach out to a friend about their mental health. Learn how you can help at seizetheawkward.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council, American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, and the JED Foundation.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
You're listening to The Deep End with Reagan and Audrey on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back to The Deep End. I am Audrey Coffey, joined with Reagan Hinsey. If you would like to text us or call us, you can do so. You can call us at the Honda of Lincoln hotline at 402-464-5685, or you can text us at the same number. And you can also watch us on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. So if you want to see us live. So
see our beautiful faces.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
who Monday night at 9 p.m.
Who wouldn't want to? I mean, all right, we're gonna get into it. So we're gonna do this. A lot of media attention has been brought to NCAA swimming and diving that just occurred this past week because of Leah Thomas, who is a transgender athlete. She was competing as a male up until 2019 and then transitioned to female and was allowed to compete at the NCAA championships this week, ended up winning the 500-yard freestyle.
And getting 7th in the 200 and 8th in the 100?
Yes,
I think that's right.
Correct. Yep. So, Reagan, you have any thoughts?
Putting me in the hot seat.
I'll put you on the spot. There are a lot of very strong opinions on this, so we are trying to approach this very sensitive subject.
I don't know if there is a right answer because I just don't no matter what they decide, a party's going to be unhappy in a sense. But as a female athlete, in swimming and diving, I don't think it's fair. That being said, I don't like the way that the media is going about it and they're attacking Leah as a person and they're not putting all the blame on NCAA, which is where it should be. This was not, I don't think it was intended to be this big of a story. But I also, I don't, at the end of the day, I don't think it's fair. But like I said, I don't think people are going about it the right way at all.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. And we've talked about this, but yeah, ultimately it is the NCAA kind of deciding these rules and deciding these things. So ultimately it should be going towards them.
I just hate how people are going about it. I don't remember her name. She swims for Virginia Tech.
Was it Reka Georgi? It's Hungarian, so I could have totally butchered that.
She got 17th in the 500, and top 16 make it back, for finals. Yeah. And she was like, "I'm an Olympian. I've made finals in my previous years. I'm not saying it's not fair, but she also came out with a statement, and before anything was said, she was like, before anything is said, I don't want this breaking up into clumps of what I am saying. I want this to be posted everywhere as what I'm fully saying. I'm not attacking the person. I'm attacking how the way the NCAA is handling this." Mm-hmm. And I'm still seeing people twist her words.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I don't know how to finish that thought because it's just, she specifically asked you not to twist her words and not to take chunks out of what her saying is, but yet they're doing it anyway, and that just makes her look like a bad person at the end of the day, which is not what she intended to do. It's just she was trying to do a call to action.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I think that's happening across the board with the media, and that's, I assume that's just the nature of media, which we haven't really experienced as much in our sport, just because it being a, lower publicity sport. But I know there was a photo taken after the 500 freestyle. So there was it was totally taken out of context. So there was the main picture where, everyone took a picture together. It was all fine. And then like the second through fourth place people took a picture together, and Leah was up on first by herself. And so everyone just like ran, like took that and ran and was like, oh, this is historic. Like a picture says 1,000 words. And then, what's her name? Erica Sullivan. She got
the
third.
Texas girl.
Yeah, Texas girl. She like came out against it because she was like, look, these were my best friends from the Tokyo Olympics. You know, we took this picture after. You can see this picture where I'm high-fiving Leah and congratulating her. And she's, you know, Erica is a huge like LGBTQ activist. So I just thought that was funny. I'm like, if you did your research on who this girl was, you know that she wasn't trying to diss her or anything.
I just hate that a lot of things are taken like out of context a lot of the time, and that's not necessarily just like in swimming and diving, but just in life in general. Like people like to blow things out of proportion, and not necessarily blow things out of proportion. That's not what I'm saying. It's just like if you like read the backstory of like Erica Sullivan's instance, I don't know. It's
it's not
it's
that hard.
It's a hard subject to talk about. But it's I don't know. I don't know if there's like a right or wrong answer to this situation. So I don't want to talk too much on it.
Yeah, I agree with you. I do not think it is fair being a female athlete. And, you know, I think a lot of that opinion just kind of comes from my experience as a swimmer, you know, like from the time we're always set into separate genders and to separate from a very young age. And I think there's always separate time standards, you know, and I think from like age 12, you see the boys start to get significantly faster just because of, you know, biological changes. And, you know, Leah did go through like 20 years of that kind of puberty before transitioning. And, you know, some of that can go away, but not all of it. You know, there's the natural height you gain. There's the lung capacity. I think your heart is bigger. You know, there's the muscle mass, like just all of these things. And even the testosterone, which I think is kind of our most objective way of measuring this, our most objective way of making it fair. What kind of shocks me is that, so I didn't know this until I looked it up, but the NCAA limit for testosterone in transgender athletes this year, they said if you're transitioning from male to female, you can compete if you have been under 10 nanomoles per liter. I think it was for 36 months. It might have been less than that, honestly, but I think around 36 months. And the normal limit of like what, like the highest range of what what a cisgender female athlete has, the normal amount of testosterone is up to 2.4 nanomoles.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that's 4 times the amount.
It's hard to talk about because no matter what the NCAA decides, like there's not going to be 100% like content.
Mm-hmm.
Like somebody's always going to be unhappy. So it's just it's hard to talk about because you just don't know. You don't really know what to say about it.
Yeah. And no, it is hard because, you know, even the NCAA, I don't think wants to do anything about it because they know that they're going to make someone unhappy.
Yeah.
Which is why they pushed this decision to USA Swimming. NCAA said, yeah, we'll go with what USA Swimming kind of says on this.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I mean, every sport's going to have to go through something like this at some point.
Yeah.
So it'll just be interesting to see what everybody decides and if they're all on the same page and whatnot.
For sure. Yeah. I know I would like to see personally to have that level be reduced more down to maybe that 2.5 range. And then maybe we talk about, okay, like what are the implications of this?
Yeah.
Because I just, you know, maybe I'm just not educated enough on this, but, you know, I just don't see how having a testosterone level 4 times higher than the average female swimmer makes sense to me, but I'm not sure. So, but yeah, and I think it is sad too how much, you know, going back to the media attention, like how much the media attention from this meet kind of took away from some of Virginia's amazing swim, some of the dominance there, some of the team battles. So,
yeah. I don't know. I just, like I said, I just don't like the way people are going about it. And that's my big issue.
Yeah.
With it.
Like ultimately at the end of the day, like just be nice to people.
Nebraska nice everywhere.
Yeah, Nebraska nice. USA nice.
It is a real thing. Nebraska nice is a real thing.
It really is.
Yeah, I'll go home and I'll be like, man, you're rude. I'll be
You're in Texas?
people. Yeah, people in the street are like, oh, you can go. Oh, you can go. Like, I'll let you in. And then people in Texas are like, nah, I'm cutting you off.
Yeah.
So it's just
Like
I don't know.
Texas, you
I like
get
it
Southern
here.
hospitality.
I got the oh, bless your heart.
Oh, that's like fake.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that. I only was in Texas for 7 years, but I do know that one.
That's all right.
It's like fake.
Fake nice.
Yeah, if they say bless your heart, beware.
Run.
Beware. That's not a good thing. So yeah, let's just be nice to people. I know it's idealistic, but if she wants to transition, if she wants to be recognized as a female, I think like I know we talked about this earlier, but misgendering her is just, it's kind of rude. And
it's just the people that do it on purpose.
Mm-hmm. Like, you can disagree with the decisions by the NCAA, but I don't know if she should be attacked for it
personally.
Yeah, because I don't think she set out with this mission to be like, oh, I'm gonna ruffle all these feathers, or I'm gonna cause like all of this media attention. Like, no, I think she just wanted to swim. And while I don't agree with the rules in place that are letting her do so, or letting her the restrictions at this time, she should be allowed to be who she is. So, but yeah. We're gonna go to a question from a fan, Jessica Warwick,
Also known as your roommate.
Also my roommate. Made a guest appearance last week. Her question is, what advice would both of you give to younger athletes trying to get where you guys are today?
Oh, I know it's cliche, but like, don't give up. Like, there are gonna be days that literally kick you to the ground and they pin you there, and you're like, man, do I really want to keep doing this? I mean, obviously, if you don't want to keep doing it, like, you don't have to. But I mean, it's the tough days that make you better. I've said multiple times I pride myself on how hard I work. So I guess another thing would be like, always try to be the hardest working person in the room. If you already are the hardest working person in the room, try to be the hardest working person in the building, in the county, in the state. Like, just try to make some goals for yourself to set you above everybody else.
Yeah.
What about you?
Oh, this is a hard question. I think just that you can actually do it. Like, I know people can say like, oh, you can do it, but like, no, like, you can really do this. You can do anything you set your mind to. Like, it's not just a cliche. Because I know, being a younger swimmer, being like an 8-year-old on the pool deck, and I always saw these, high school swimmers getting letters from schools. Like, I just remember, I think one got one from Ohio State. I don't know why that was what stuck in my head, but it was like, big name schools. And I was like, oh, I want to do that. But I don't think I actually grasped my mind around the fact that I could.
Yeah.
And now just looking back, it's like, wow. Like, obviously I dreamed for this. Obviously I wanted this, but to think this could actually happen, it's a blessing, and it's pretty crazy. So just having that belief in yourself, like, yeah, maybe I'm not there now, but I believe I can get there. And with what you said, obviously nothing comes without hard work.
Yeah.
But having that hope, like, not just putting yourself in this box, like, this is the swimmer I'm always going to be.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Going off of that, just like, you can set big dreams for yourself, but like, if you don't reach it, like, that's okay. But I also like try to set like little goals for myself on the way to what I want.
Mm-hmm.
It just makes the journey, like, everybody's like, it's not the destination, it's the journey. But like, me setting little goals for myself, like, I don't know, it makes the journey more fun.
Oh yeah. And it definitely helps, because it's hard to go after a goal like, oh, I want to be the best in the world in 10 years. Like, well, it's 10 years from now. I have time.
Well, like, but in 10 years, you're like, all right, I got to do this. I got to do this. I got to do
Yeah.
this. I got to do this. Like, it's just, it takes work.
Yeah. I think, it just starts out as like these little goals. I think my first goal I ever set was to make, it's called, you might know this, it's called STAGs.
Yeah.
South Texas Age Group
Yeah.
Swimming Championships. It's like a regional thing And yeah, I just wanted to make a little Stags time, and I was like, oh, how do I get there? And my dad's like, well, maybe you should lead your lane at practice. Like, because I was kind of just coasting in the back. I was kind of more there to have a good time than to really like work hard and try and improve. And he said that. I was like, oh, maybe I should. Like, maybe I should race people in practice. Like, crazy concept, like try and go faster than people at practice and try and get better. And then the next season, I blew past that time. But there's always another goal, and those little goals along the way kind of keeps you in it. So yeah, it's good stuff.
Yeah.
All right, we are gonna throw it to break. I'm Audrey with Reagan here on the Deep End.
Follow Reagan and Audrey on Twitter at Reagan_Hins and at ASwimCoffee. More of the Deep End is next on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is Dan Friedman. Between 2010 and 2019, distracted driving caused more than 40,000 car crashes in Nebraska, resulting in over 14,000 severe injuries and deaths. Please keep your eyes on the road. If you have a smartphone, put it away while you're behind the wheel. It will help keep our community safe and secure. This message is brought to you by Friedman Law Offices, helping injured people. It's what we do. It's all we do. Find us at freedmanlaw.com today.
Brown Shoe Fit is gearing up for spring with new inventory on the way. They're stocking up on new spring sandals and athletic shoes daily in brands like Brooks, Hoka, Keen, Merrill, On, and many, many more. Browns has the local professionals to get the proper fit, aided by their high-tech foot scanner by Atrax. Spring is the season to be active and busy. Don't let your feet lose their support with old rundown shoes or sandals. Stop by Brown's Shoe Fit today, just south of 66th and Q in Lincoln.
Here's to days spent roaming, and to sleeping beneath the stars, to casting another line and letting time float by. From Shadron State Park to Indian Cave State Park and every recreation area, historical, and state park in between. Here's to your adventures, your memories. Here's to 100 years of your Nebraska state parks. Plan your next trip today at nebraskaparks100.org. Sponsored by Nebraska Game and Parks. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Early break with Sip and Jake.
And I've told you that Dan Billy Waldrop story where back when you could talk to the players one-on-one, we were just BSing after our practice, and I just said, hey, so where you living? He goes, well, I live over on right off Holdridge Street. I go, you like it over there? He goes, oh yeah, I'm walking distance from the Dairy Queen.
Early break with Sip and Jake from 6 to 8 every weekday morning on 93.7 The Ticket.
1 in 3 adults has prediabetes. 1 in 3. That means it could be you, your football buddy, your football buddy, or you, your best man, your worst man, you, your dog walker, your cat jogger. While 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes, with early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org. That's doihaveprediabetes.org.
Wait, did they just say 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes? That's 33.33333% of adults. That means it could be me, my boss, or my boss's boss, or me, my favorite sister, or my other sister. That's 7 members of my 21-person romantic book club. Wait, the 1 in 3 could be me, my karaoke partner Carol, or my karaoke enemy Jeff. I'm going to take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
AmeriCorps programs and members are making a huge impact in Nebraska communities near you, addressing critical issues like education, conservation, and even food insecurity. Because of AmeriCorps, the Lead for Nebraska program is fighting brain drain in Nebraska's rural communities by expanding access to broadband services and digital literacy. Learn about AmeriCorps programs serving communities in your region by visiting serve.nebraska.gov. Paid for by Serve Nebraska, aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Mike Schaefer here for Trek CBD. Springtime is here, and that means you're outside more in nice weather and maybe even having garage parties with neighbors. The drink of this spring and summer isn't your typical seltzer. It's drinkable Delta 8. Yep, Trek CBD has drinkable Delta 8 seltzers with mango and lime flavors for 4-packs and 12-packs, coming in a variety of mango, watermelon, lime, and berry. They also have hemp-derived Delta 9 syrups to put in your beverages, and as always, the excellent Delta 8 gummies. Trek CBD, CBD done right.
AmeriCorps programs and members are making a huge impact in Nebraska communities near you, addressing critical issues like education, conservation, and even food insecurity. Because of AmeriCorps, 81% of students who complete the RISE curriculum don't return to the probation system. Learn about AmeriCorps programs serving communities in your region by visiting serve.nebraska.gov. Paid for by Serve Nebraska, aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
It's time for the Deep End with Reagan Hins and Audrey Coffey on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right. Welcome back to the Deep End with Audrey and Reagan. As always, you can watch us on Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube. Sorry, that was weird.
That was very blunt. With
I'm
Audrey
here.
and Reagan.
Audrey and Reagan. I'm trying to be as cool as the little announcer guy who announces us
It's
into
time for the deep end.
It's time for the deep end. I think I could go into it, right? You
got a great announcer voice.
With Audrey and Reagan. Who does that? Carter, do you know who does that?
Big Voice Bob is what they call him. He's
Big Voice Bob.
He's like he works for like Fox Sports, I think.
What?
I'm pretty
So
sure.
cool. Oh
So
my
yeah, it's like
gosh.
I think pretty sure it's like a national guy that they send it to. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's how it works.
Yeah.
That's
Oh
cool.
my gosh. I
Yeah.
gotta ask Big Voice Bob for some
for some
pointers.
for some lessons.
Well, before Reagan interrupted me,
bad.
you can call us at the Honda of Lincoln hotline, which is 402-464-5685, or you can text us at the Sardo Hammond text line, which is the same number. So
Yeah, we were just talking about how Carter might graduate before I will, so that's great.
It's not guaranteed. Don't worry.
Okay, but still,
I might add another major, so then I wouldn't. But
Oh.
if I don't add another major, then I probably will graduate in 24.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah.
Well,
and Reagan, when are you graduating? Just to
if I don't
refresh
take,
everybody.
I am taking summer classes, so 2025. But if I don't take summer classes, 2026, because I am a junior and I changed majors at semester, and so I'm starting college over.
So if you went till 2026, that would be your 7th year of undergrad. Mm-hmm. That's
Yikes.
good.
That's a long time.
My brother went to school for what seemed like forever. He had to go to like 5 years of undergrad because he took like a semester off to do an internship, and then he kind of ran over because a lot of people do.
Yeah.
So he was kind of like there in undergrad for like 5 years, then he went to law school. So
Oh my
he
goodness.
finally graduates at the end of this semester, and he graduated high school in 2014.
You're gonna be
oh my gosh,
in shock on what I want to do. So I want to do undergrad, and then most people, if you want to get a job in like the music world, you have to get your master's. But I also would like to get my PhD. So I'll
How
be in
much-
school until like my 30s.
How much extra school is a PhD?
I haven't really looked into it.
You might want to get on that.
Yeah.
Do you need a master's before
I mean,
a PhD?
technically I'm a freshman right now, so I don't really need to look into it.
I guess. Do you need a master's before the PhD, or could you just go from undergrad to PhD if you wanted to, or do you have to get the master's first?
I think you have to get a master.
I know it depends on. So being the closest to graduating here, I've actually looked at
Yeah, sure, you've
some
got,
grad
6
programs.
weeks?
Yeah, I think it depends on the program. Like sometimes there's like direct entry, which is like, oh, you can go directly into PhD, but sometimes like it's easier to get into a master's program, or some people want to do that first and then work a little bit and then be like, oh, then I'll get my PhD. Kind of thing. Like I know for nursing, like the school I'm going into is technically a second bachelor's, which is kind of weird, but there are other programs I looked at that are like,
You're doing more school?
yeah. So I'm accepted into nursing school at SIUE, which is Southern Illinois Edwardsville, next semester. So, and then I'm doing like an accelerated program.
Okay.
Because I didn't figure out that I wanted to major in nursing soon enough, so I figured it out now. So basically got all of like the science prereqs out of the way, and then just a year and a half of like kind of nursing specific classes for another degree.
Okay, so let's say I'm in undergrad until 2025.
Okay.
Master's is 2 years, 2027.
Yeah.
PhD is 4, so 2031. I'll legitimately be 30 years old when I get out of school.
That's good.
There go my 20.
I'm in school. Well, can you work while you're doing your master's and or your PhD? Because that kind of helps.
Yeah, you
Probably, yeah.
A lot of
Yeah.
places will pay like for you to go back to school. I know.
there you go.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
what do you want to do like as a job?
I want to perform in front of people. I'm a music
Like a
major,
full-time performer?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. But
I wasn't
there's,
sure if you want to be like a teacher or something.
Not really. But like if it comes down to it, yeah, because like I kind of had a bad not relationship, but like a bad experience with my high school choir director. And so like I know teachers can do so much good for students. So it'd be kind of cool to be like a teacher and like see kids' lives change for the better rather than for the worse.
Yeah, I also did not like my high school choir director.
Wow.
I was in band and choir.
What'd you play?
I played the trumpet.
And then were you a bass, I'm assuming?
Yes.
Okay.
So in like junior high and then junior high, we had, and like all my brothers, we had like one of the, like we had like the best band teacher in the state. Like we had like one of the best bands and choirs. But then she retired and our new one was terrible. And like I tried both for like a year. And I was like, okay, I can't deal with her for like 2 hours a day. So I'm going to just stick to band because I can only handle her for one. So that's how I did it.
That's cool. The people, I'm just like a vocal performance major. But the people here that are music education majors have to learn an instrument too.
Oh my
Like if they sing, if they're just like singing.
I'm glad that they make them do that though, because this teacher that I'm referring to barely knew how to play like one instrument. And she tried to play all these different instruments. And it just didn't go well. Like she tried to play
like the nails on a chalkboard.
Yeah, she like she tried to play with us to like help us, but it would make us worse.
Gosh.
And our teacher before that could play like every single instrument in the band. So like if
That's
a
cool.
section ever
Yeah.
didn't know what they were doing, she could just like play it for them so that they knew how to do it. So yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
That was nice. She's like, no, I swear this is supposed to sound good.
Did you play any instruments?
No. Actually,
I thought you did you do
I
piano
did
for a
do a
little bit?
piano for a year. I kind of forgot about that.
Oh, yeah, I can kind of play piano too. I took it for like
cannot.
2
I'm in a
years when I was a
piano
kid.
class right now.
See,
I bet
Reagan,
you could
you'll
still
learn
outplay me.
piano.
I've learned
I don't
piano
know.
for like 9
I
months
haven't
now.
I haven't played in a long time, and like I had like one lesson a week for like 2 years when I was like 12 and 13 or something like that. I don't know. I can play Lean on Me really well.
I can't do that, so there you go.
Yeah, I got nothing. So you win.
Yes. That's the only reason I showed up tonight, so I could prove you guys that I'm better than you.
More musically talented. I did do choir for 2 years, 1.5 years in middle school. So that just shows
I think
the
it's
level.
so weird that y'all say middle school. We don't have middle school.
Do you call it junior high? Are you
Yeah,
weird?
we have
Well, that's what-
elementary, intermediate, junior high, high school.
Yeah, we had elementary.
that's weird.
We just had elementary, junior high, high school. I say middle school though sometimes, like to other people, because
They understand.
they understand that better
Yeah.
than
Yeah,
junior
yeah.
high.
Well, like elementary was like K through 4, and then intermediate is 5 and 6, junior high is 7, 8, and then we had like a 9 through 8 campus, and then high school is 10 through 12.
That's
Okay, that
weird.
seems weirder. Mine was elementary was just K through 6,
Okay,
and
well, I
then
also
junior high was 7th and 8th, and then high school was 9th through 12. But junior high and high school were in the same building.
okay,
so,
well, I also had a graduating class of over 1,000 kids.
yeah.
So
Mine was pretty
yeah,
close
that's
to
a
that.
lot.
Mine was
the
like
schools were,
25.
like crowded.
like 25.
Yeah.
Like
Your
two
graduating
5
class is
people.
25?
Yeah. You should have heard.
That's pretty close.
We talked about my hometown and my like class size for like an hour and a half on what's their show called Talking Trash like
Really?
a couple weeks ago. Yeah,
Mhm.
for like at least an hour we talked about just like my small hometown and stuff like that.
I just remember like at new student enrollment, like they'd have like the people stand up and be like, stay standing if you have more than 300 people in your graduating class, and legitimately half the people sat down, and then they were like 400, 500, and I was still standing,
like,
and then they were like, they got to 800, and there were like 3 of us standing, and they were like, oh, like 850, and I was like 1100, maybe like 1050, and they were like, what?
So did
And I
you
was like,
win?
I don't know if I don't know if that counts as winning. There's just a lot of people in the class. So
That's fine. Wait, so how many were in your hometown, Carter? How many people?
I guess Google says it's like 2,000 now, but I'm pretty sure it was. I thought it was closer to like just 1,000, but maybe it's 2,000 now. I guess
Man, my entire high school was
small.
your hometown, or my graduating class was your hometown.
probably pretty close. I guess I don't know. Our population's
He's
also
like,
off
yeah.
though sometimes too, because I guess it probably is bigger than that because we have a lot of like, so the oil field's really big there. So we get tons of people who like come up and just work there, but like they don't technically live there. Like they still live in California or Texas or wherever they come
Oh.
from. And so we probably have like 2,500 to 3,000 people kind of in the area, but it's the population's only like,
Gotcha.
I see.
How many people did you have in your graduating class, Audrey?
I actually don't know the number for sure, but I know the whole school was like, I think 3,700.
Oh, okay.
So I want to say there were like somewhere between 700 and 900. It was a relatively large class.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Well, I mean, you were from Chicago area.
Yeah, that'll do it. The
Yeah,
suburbs.
we're both from like suburbs.
Yeah, so you'll get the big classes out there.
Jessica asked me where I'm from. I'm from North Dakota. So
Which makes sense.
northwest corner of North Dakota. It's about 60 miles from Canada, 60 miles from Montana. So
That's
there you go.
cool. That's cool. See, that makes sense. So, all right. Thanks for joining us on The Ticket. I'm Audrey Coffey with Reagan Hinsey, and we will see you next time on 93.7.